My name is LORA CLACK, and I was asked to give another testimony about tithing. I did one a few years ago and told you just about the wonders of God, and He's still amazing. He's still working in my life. And it's been a while since I've been here to tell you why I tithe. Things are pretty much the same. I still tithe because God is so faithful to me. That doesn't mean that life has been a crystal staircase. And it doesn't mean that I haven't had any road bumps. It doesn't mean that life has just been grand and amazing. But it does mean that because I'm faithful to Him, He is so extraordinarily faithful to me. Not only that, I'm trying to set an example for my son, who's 10 years old, and who doesn't quite understand all of the scriptures about tithing and just doesn't understand how that thing works. And the other day, we were passing by a homeless man, and my son said, "Mommy, can we give him some money?" So I gave him some change, and I allowed him to give the money instead of I give the money, just because he needs to know the importance of giving back and how we have an obligation to help others. And we got out of the car, he reached into his pocket, and he pulled out $10 that he didn't know he had. And he was like, "Mom, look." And so I said, "You know what that is, right?" And he said, "God, because I gave to that man." And immediately, I just had to thank God. I couldn't have scripted that. I couldn't have planted the money there because I didn't know that homeless man would be there. But that was nothing but God helping me to show my son the importance of tithing. Because no matter how many scriptures I could show him, it doesn't really matter what I say to him. Nothing is real like you actually getting blessed by giving back and giving to God. And so we're the same way. My son is 10. He doesn't understand the concept of tithing. We can be the same way as Christians. We don't really get it unless we actually do it. And all you have to do is ask someone who is skeptical or who thinks they really don't have it. And sometimes it's really difficult for people to give when you're living from paycheck to paycheck. You're trying to make ends meet. And then you're asking me to give 10% of my check. Well, have you tried God? And sometimes that's how we are as Christians. We hear that we're supposed to tithe, we read that we're supposed to tithe, but sometimes it just takes you actually doing it to see just how amazing God is and just how He'll bless you. And once you try God, once you do that and you put your faith in God, you'll be rewarded. And that's all you have to do is try it. And it's the same way with my son. I couldn't have scripted that. I couldn't have come up with that any better than how it happened. And that was nothing but God that showed him. Being a single mom and just having to go through all of the things that I go through, I know that there's no way that I would have been able to do any of the things that I'm able to do had I not been sustained by God. And it's the reason that I tithe.